Hello, my friend. Welcome back to chapter 117 of Goodnight, Punpun. Before we get into this chapter, let's take a deep breath in 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, hold it, and out. Let's get into it. Where should we head from here? I'm thinking about it. I don't really want to go back to my hometown. My dad left home when I was in the ninth grade, and I haven't seen him since. He never officially divorced my mother because she was stubborn about that. But that didn't stop him from leaving. I never heard where he ended up moving to. He was a man who spent more time at work than with his family, but he still phoned home every now and then. Of course, he cut off all contact once he left home. Perhaps he's dead by now. Punpun, do you have any regrets about your family or friends? Sorry, let's not talk about this anymore. Ego, I always believed. Believed what? I always believed that everyone in this world was far nicer and smarter than me. That no matter how unlikable they seemed to be, they still had no good conscience and had justifiable circumstances for acting the way they did. That's why I hated myself for being so timid and depressed when I didn't even have any good reason for doing so. But now, I see that there actually are people who are despicable in every way and don't blink twice at ruining another's life. Now that I think about it, it's almost strange. Why don't most people try to kill other people? How can they just stand by and let the scum have their way without slightest indifferences? Maybe my expectations were too high. I'm only disappointed because I expected something from them, but the answer was quite simple all along. There's no such a thing as decent human being in this world, not a single one. I hope the rain stops soon. I did what I had to do, and I feel quite refreshed after doing it. That's why I can say that this world could afford to be a little bit more chaotic. Ah, you've got blood on your shirt. Guess we should go buy a new shirt too then? I'm sorry. I can't understand the difficult things you're saying, but I understand you won't try to run anywhere by yourself, so sorry. I feel sick. Let me rest for a while. The agricultural optimization in the world, in other words, the universal religion has a kinetic energy of 3.7 million times the output of the sun. Oh, because the Type Z supernova explosion, which has a very large disposable income, the theoretical proof is remorse as well as the desire for self-improvement. The fifth element, ether, is dealt by social welfare programs, taking the enormous scale into account. Communication skills, critical thinking skills, sound judgment, and other talents are required for the anaerobic sea titani. For the development of both mind and body, that authorizes report violences and casualties, as well as many marine sports. Ha! I wet the bed. I'll go bring you fresh clothes to change in. Maybe we ought to go to a hospital, one that won't ask too many questions. No, I'm fine. But Eiko, hey, killing a person just isn't right, is it? Ah! 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 I know that. I moved from Narima Prefecture. My name is Tanaka Eiko. Why? Even I realized that. Why did things turn out like this? But Eiko, it's one thing I remembered. Yeah? I don't know if fulfilling this promise would even mean anything now, but yeah? Would you like to go to Kokushima? We're cooking, bro. We're cooking. Thank you for joining me. And as always, I love you. You're not alone. You matter. And have a good night. Sweet dreams. Talk to you soon. Mwah.